Yo, what's going on, everyone? It is Wednesday, and I'm here again. Another night of mission accomplished, and I got a BKFC triple header tonight with some absolute legends and an up-and-coming monster of a killer. And before I do that, I'm waiting on my guests. They'll be here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and run through my sponsors, the ones who make all this possible every week, starting with Massage Therafix and Holden Hands. Holden Hands Massage LLC is a registered provider with the Department of Veteran Affairs, providing veterans with healing medical massage therapy using VA benefits they've already earned. Her medical massage training allows her to perform body scans and identify both primary and referral issues, treating injuries, and even putting an end to long-term chronic pain. Request a referral from your provider at the VA today and give Holden Hands Massage a try. What else you got to lose? Some pain. Boom. And of course, my other sponsor. I'm wearing them on my chest tonight. Killfoot Clothing. There's the logo. Boom, boom. Go to killfootclothing.com. Check out their line of American-made products, veteran-owned business, run by some awesome guys, man. And tonight's episode wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for Smith Brothers Combat Sports out of Florida. There's their logo. Kevin Smith is one of the nicest guys in the business, and he's been supporting Mission Accomplished from pretty much day one. He just keeps on funneling his fighters through here, and I love to have them. Tonight's episode will feature 3 fighters. You guys all know 2 out of 3. You should know 3 out of 3 if you're a fan of this show, because my second guest was on here before. But my first guest of the evening will be Leonard Bad Boy Garcia. You know him from WEC days, UFC days, his legacy days, and now his BKFC days. The guy's an absolute stud and an absolute legendary veteran in the combat sports world. He'll be first. Up second will be the monster himself, Jay Hook'em Fish out of Saginaw, Michigan. The guy is a absolute giant. Like, I don't know. You guys saw him on here before. He's scary on the screen. Imagine having to step inside a squared circle and, stand toe to line 3 feet away from him and knuckle up. Man, you're in trouble if that's what's going to happen. And the last guest of the evening tonight will be another guy that you guys should know from his UFC days, his Bellator days. He fought at Ryzen. He fought, he fought everywhere, man. And he was a knockout artist, absolute knockout king. Melvin, the young assassin Guillard, will be here last to cap off the evening. Now, as I wait for my guests, anybody have any questions about upcoming shows, this is the time to ask them. But you should all know, breaking news this afternoon, this evening, I don't know when it happened, but the UFC has parted ways with Alistair Overeem and Junior Dos Santos. Whoa. If these BKFC guys are tuning in tonight, they see that news. I hope that's something that they're thinking about going after, because even though Alistair's lost some fights lately, he still had a lot of fight left in him. Although that last one looked pretty scary. And JDS, those guys are headliners, so it just boggled my mind when I saw that headline come out. Yeah, and let's not forget what's going on this weekend in the world of UFC MMA. That is probably the most stacked card you'll see in a long, long time. There's 3 title fights this weekend. You got we got some reactions in the chat room right now over that. Alistair Overeem, it's funny because JDS and Alistair Overeem are top 5 heavyweights of all time, man. Joe Ivy's disappointed. John Morissette's blown away. Let's see. And Reem also has expressed wishes to continue on. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to wonder where these guys are, man, because at their age and their skill set, do they want to continue? Do they want to continue in mixed martial arts where they got to be grappling and dealing with jiu-jitsu and wrestling and all that stuff? Or those are two guys that have excellent hands, and with the fastest growing combat sport in the world, one of the fastest growing sports in the world, bare knuckle really coming around and coming into its own. Man, you got to wonder if they can land a couple big fish like that. This could be a massive move for the bare knuckle world for sure. Yeah, Susan Walker says Reem and BKFC. That's what I'm talking about. Can you imagine what kind of noise that would make? See a Joey Beltran versus Alistar and with the gloves off, or anyway, the guy coming on tonight, man, Jay Fish. Imagine Jay Fish. He'd be dealing with some length and a little size discrepancy there with Alistair Overeem, but the power would be there, and you know what I mean? Like the overall mass and power would be there. This weekend, you have UFC 259 main eventing that. You got Israel Adesanya trying to make history by becoming the 5th person in UFC history to hold 2 belts simultaneous. The other 4 obviously being Conor, DC, Henry Cejudo, and Amanda Nunes, who happens to be defending her 145-pound title on that same card as the co-main event Saturday night. So you got Israel trying to make history fighting Jan Blachowicz for that light heavyweight title in the main event. Then you got Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson for the 145-pound belt. Let's see how Megan Anderson does there. She's got the size and length and power to do it, but she's got to be the biggest underdog, got to be the biggest betting underdog on the card for sure. And then the third one is just as good as the other two. You got Peter Yan defending his 135-pound belt against one of my favorites out there, man, Aljamain Sterling out of Long Island, Sarah Longo fighter. I tell you, those two could put on a real classic. With Aljamain's ground game, man, look for him to get Peter Yan down to the ground and implement his jiu-jitsu, because once Aljo gets his grips on someone and he gets his long legs and long arms around him, he wraps up like a boa constrictor, and he really does some damage. We all saw what he did to Corey Sandhagen. Nobody does that to Corey Sandhagen. You know what I mean? Cody Sandhagen. Cody, Jesus Christ. I'm getting a brain fart. But Sandhagen, the Sandman, Jesus. Let's see here. I am wondering if it's going to be a boring fight, to be honest. Which one are we talking here, Joe Ivy? The Megan Anderson versus Amanda Nunes, or Peter Yan versus Aljo? I can't imagine that one being. Do people think Yan even has a chance of beating Izzy now? I think Yan has a chance of beating Israel Adesanya for sure. Izzy's got the skill set. Like he's better in like every aspect of the game except for possession of power. That Polish power is a real thing, and it is a scary thing. So when it comes to skill versus skill, Israel can move around that ring and pick apart Jan Blachowicz, if you ask me. But the problem is, you saw what Jan did to a guy like Luke Rockhold, who, Luke Rockhold is elusive and he's really good on his feet, and he moves around the ring and he cuts off the ring against his opponents. And Jan caught him with a left hook that put him to sleep. Caught him with a left, dropped him on his ass, and hit him a couple more times. And Luke Rockhold's never been seen again. So, Jan Blachowicz has this history of, and he's pretty. I don't know who's pretty. he has this. Jan Blachowicz has a history of beating middleweights that comes up to the light heavyweight division. He did it with Luke Rockhold. He did it with Jacare Souza, and he just did it with. There's a third one, and I can't remember who it is right now. And someone in the chat, go ahead and jump in there and tell me who it was. But it's just another middleweight coming up. Now you can look at it that way. Is it just another middleweight coming up to get knocked out by the Polish power of Jan Blachowicz? Or is it Israel Adesanya going up to shock the world, comfortably going up to light heavyweight and fighting a guy bigger than him and beating him a la Anderson Silva back in the day, who Israel gets the most comparison to when people compare Israel Adesanya to a fighter from the past, not so distant past, but Anderson Silva is that guy that they compare him to. Who is he fought that strikes with that much power comparably? I mean, the only guy that I could think of is the one he fought last, Paulo Costa. And Paulo Costa had too much wine the night before to even land his power on him. I'm trying to think of anybody else in the UFC, at least, that possesses that kind of power. And I got to say, probably nobody, especially not in the middleweight division. You know what I mean? Yeah, Paulo Costa was sipping that vino. What an excuse that guy made, huh? Oh, my God. Jesus. He says, I had a glass of wine to calm down. It wasn't working. I couldn't go to sleep, so I had a second glass. Then I had a third glass. Then I drank the whole bottle, and I was hung. Okay, first of all, you're a grown man. You don't get hung over from a bottle of wine, all right? Grow a sack and drink some beer. Dude, what kind of amateur hour? You know what I used to do when I was overseas on a deployment and I couldn't sleep? Most doctors would tell you that my liver's probably going to shut down at a young age and I'm going to check out early. But you know what? A little bit of NyQuil and a couple Benadryls did the job just fine. And I was sleeping in a tent with a generator right outside on the other side of the little flap there. You know what I mean? Grow a sack, Paulo. I'm talking that shit right now. But if Paulo Costa would have stepped to me, I'd probably be like, dude, let's have a glass of wine and calm the fuck down. What? Huh? Jesus. I mean, did anybody hear the news about Conor McGregor getting bought out of speaking of drinking, getting bought out of Proper 12 today? I don't know if that's a done deal, but the majority owners of Proper 12 have decided that they're going to buy out Conor McGregor and part ways with the man. They're considering keeping him on as a spokesman, being the star that he is. But as far as ownership in the company, it's looking like Conor is going to be out. And, people might ask, is that going to make him focus more on fighting? I guess that really depends on the dollar amount, huh? You know what I mean? Like if they bought him out for $200 million, what kind of motivation would he have to get in the ring? No. Either way, it's going to be a boatload of money. 50 million, 75 million, 100 million, whatever it is. He's probably going to double his net worth. So, if you ask me, I'm rich, biatch. Yeah. See, Dave's got the idea. And the funny thing is, like a couple, like a month ago, like a month and a half ago, whatever the company was that bought George Clooney's tequila company, they bought that tequila company for $1 billion. Like, what the fuck? The same company went and bought Ryan Reynolds' Aviator Gin for like $600 million, making them two super rich. And when that happened, they were talking about it on the radio, on one of the shows, and they were saying that like the net worth of Proper 12 could be somewhere up in like the 4 billion range right now. And that same company that that bought George Clooney's tequila and that bought Aviator Gin was interested in buying Proper 12. Now, I don't know, maybe these guys bought Connor out of his deal for like a lower dollar amount so they could turn around and sell the company to this other company for $4.2 billion, completely fucking over Connor. Like, we'll give you $200 million to walk today, Connor. Takes it, walks. A week later, they sell that bitch for $4 billion. You know what I mean? The same price that the Fertitas got for UFC back in the day. That'd be some shady shit, wouldn't it? I just thought of that right now. So if that happens, Conspiracy Mish is back. Mystic Mish has spoken. I'm still waiting on my guest here. I'm really itching to get him on here. Anybody have any questions? I will really quickly tell you that I have another triple header next week. I got Bobo O'Bannon, I got Zion Tomlinson, and Adrian Miles, who will be fighting Jay Fish, my second guest tonight. Yeah. So it's another triple header next week. Tomorrow night, you guys better be tuning in to the Mike and Mish show, because we're having Nate Shook, BKFC matchmaker, the guy who puts the events all together. I mean, like, he's one of the major minds that puts all the events together. He's going to be on tomorrow, and you know me and Mike, we're going to pick his brain, especially with some free agents that just hit the market. You know what I mean? A couple of big fish just fell in the free agent pond. What better guy to talk to than Nate Shook? I mean, other than, I guess, David Feldman himself. But tomorrow night, me and Mike, Nate Shook, next Wednesday, another triple header. And then next Thursday, we're going to have Audra Cummings, who was supposed to make her BKFC debut at BKFC 16 in Biloxi this month. Her fight with Randine Ekholm got canceled. Yeah, ask him about Reem and JDS. Will do, Susan Walker. That just jumped right to the top of my list of things to ask him about for sure. Like I was saying, next Thursday, I got me and the Mike and Mish show will have Audra Cummings, who was supposed to make her debut at BKFC 16. It got canceled. She was supposed to fight Randine Ekholm. Got canceled. So she'll be in. We'll talk about what's coming up for her. I heard another name that got brought up, possible opponent for her coming up. So it looks like the BKFC is going to try to turn around and get her a fight right away. But also that same night, right after Audra takes off for the evening, we're going to have our boy, Matt Lightning Lyle, the shins of steel himself, the hardest kicker pound for pound on the planet, who will be fighting for the World Muay Thai Championship. 119 pound, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. On March 20th, he'll be fighting Eric Flores in Mexico for that world title, and he's going to bring it back to the United States, and he's going to put it on his mantle in Atlantic City where it belongs. Sam Siegel says, wow, yeah. So I don't know if you're wowing over the lineup coming up or the fact that JDS and Reem are free agents, but yeah, big news, big things on the horizon. I found out that the next batch of Killfoot shirts are being made as we speak. They should be in any day now, so those orders will get filled, and you guys could all be rocking Killfoot Mission Accomplished gear very soon. I sold a couple shirts today out of that last batch, and people are very happy with them. Very comfortable, super soft. Yeah, I did not see your post, Carl Kellogg. I did not see it. Drop it in the comments. I don't know what you're referring to, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Yeah, BKFC 16, that fight card is actually pretty goddamn stacked. I'll go down that one real quick. It is it is headlined by Leonard Garcia and obviously Joe Elmore. And we're going to talk to him about that because the Hitman Elmore is one dangerous, scary individual. If you guys have ever seen him before, he likes to punch himself in the face and punch walls and like lick his own blood off his face. He's, your typical crazy man, loves to fight, loves to get in there and scrap. He'll be headlining that with Leonard Garcia, like we said, legend. Hopefully he'll be on soon. Then the co-main event that night, Reggie Barnett Jr., who is also an absolute stud at 135 pounds, will be fighting Chop Chop Corley, who Chop Chop Corley is a little older, but don't let age fool you. This guy can still throw hands with the best of them. And he'll be fighting Reggie in the co-main event. Then one of my guests next Wednesday, Bobo O'Bannon, will be fighting the former heavyweight champion Arnold Adams on the same card. Melvin, the young assassin Guillard, will be fighting Scott O'Shaughnessy, the Irish, yeah, man, what was that guy's nickname? The Irish something or other. I'm not, like the Irish Spartan. God, I should have known that. The Irish Spartan will be, oh man, I'm going to have to ask, Melvin Guillard about fighting a guy who they call the Irish Spartan, right around St. Paddy's Day. Oh boy, he could be either super hungover still or on his Spartan shit that night. Then also on the card, you got Brad Kelly fighting Elvin Brito. Elvin Brito is a hell of a fighter. Very good hands. He fights out of Goat Combat. The Goat Combat Agency. He's on a team with some killers, Chris Sorrow, and a few other guys. He's got a big camp going on down there in Puerto Rico as we speak, getting ready for that fight. Then there's a few other guys. You got Adrian Miles, who will be fighting Jason Fish. Audra Cummings' fight got canceled, so I don't know if they're going to be replacing that. There's a guy. Don't hate me for this one because I don't really know the rest of these guys much. David Diaz versus Spencer Ruggery, and Ryan Jones versus Eric Thompson. But you got to look at that card and get excited over the main event and the co-main event for sure. Bobo O'Bannon always comes out to bang against a former world champion. Should be outstanding. Brad Kelly and Elvin Brito. Caleb Harris is fighting too. And that one is slipping my mind as we speak here, because Caleb Harris is another stud. If you guys watch BKFC, you should be familiar with him as well. He should be putting on a violent show. Yeah, let's see. Caleb Harris fighting, guy's name is Cutter. I don't really know him very well. Let's see if I could grab Jay Fish and get him on here because Leonard is running late, and I don't want to keep rambling on. I know you guys like listening to me talk. Because I got such a beautiful voice, and you guys like to look at my beautiful face and all that stuff. We'll see if Jay Fish can hop on here for this. All right, so the message has been sent. Let's see how this goes. Maybe their invites are missing. Let's see. I got the ... He's writing back, everybody. Let's see what's going on here with Jay Fish. The big man himself. Yeah, he'll be on in a second. So we'll get Jay Fish on here, and then we'll talk to Melvin Guillard, and then hopefully circle back with Leonard Garcia. That should be great. So give him a minute here. Jay's jumping on, and We'll get this show on the road. So, you know what? While we're at it, how about I do this? Who are some guests that you guys would like to see me speak to on Mission Accomplished or the Mike and Mish show? Because there are no limits these days, man. I don't know. Our feelers are out there, and people are interested in coming on here. So go ahead in the chat room, drop some suggestions. Who would you like to see? Who would you like to see me talk to? And I'll do my best to try to get them on here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, Joe Ivy, you looked up his record, and his record is really a tale of like 3 careers, and I want to talk to him about that because he started off as an absolute world beater. And then he ran through a hard stretch with some really Johnny Bones. Man, I would love to see that. Adrian, I can't. Man, my fucking eyes suck. I can't see the names really well. Ready now. Hold up. Sorry for the dead air for a second there. Mikey Hunnell says, how do you get a shirt? Just message either Kyle or myself. Oh, yeah. You guys want a shirt? You guys can go ahead and message me or Mark Hunnell. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring on my second guest of the evening, who just happened to turn into my first guest of the evening. We'll circle back with Leonard a little later when he pops on. His name is Jay Fish, and he's a monster. What's up, big man?
Hey, what's going on, boss? How you doing?
Oh, just another Wednesday at Mission Accomplished. Yeah, my favorite night of the week.
Yeah. Enjoy your shows, man. Oh, not too bad, man. A little busy. It was training camp and whatnot, and been pretty steady.
So you finally could announce who you were fighting. You're fighting Adrian Miles.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you excited about this opponent that they handed you, or what?
Yeah, actually, I am. I'm, in these type of fights, anything can happen. I mean, I'm gonna come in there and bring the house. I'm gonna come in there and show him what I can do. I mean, I know a little bit about the guy, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one, man. I get to finally get on that in the squared circle and show him what I got.
Hell yeah, on a big show, not the total. Yeah. I mean, total line's big enough, but seriously, this is awesome for you. And now Adrian Miles, he's got a real respectable career. He's got a shitload of MMA fights. I know that, and he's had a rough run in in BKFC. I think his first one he got finished, but it was like illegal strikes to the ground. So he caught, and then. He hit the dude on the ground and got DQ'd.
He really, I mean, to me, he beat the guy. But I mean, DQ is a DQ. He did hit the guy on the ground. I mean, replays or whatnot. Yeah, but I did see that fight. And he comes to fight, man.
And then the second one, he got an eye injury. I remember watching it. It ended really fast. It ended before it was like the first punch of the evening, so he didn't even really get to show his skill or anything like that. So he's a big dude, so you guys should put on a show.
It's gonna be a war, man. I can promise you that, man. It's gonna be some hands thrown for sure, man. I'm pretty excited. I mean, really, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it because I've been waiting for this. And I mean, I just can't wait. I'm sorry, man. I'm just it's been a long time coming, So,
my sister Megan is in the comments. Says still making you look like a peanut, Kyle. It's almost like you shrunk when he came on. Not even kidding. Like, okay, well, to be honest with you, Megan, I'm going to talk to my sister for 1 second, Jay. I have actually been eating better, and I've been like drinking less and like cutting the sugars out. And I I've been like 210 for the last 18 years of my life. And I'm like 195 right now.
Oh, cutting up. Oh, look at
yeah. Oh, let's do an arm comparison. All right. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ.
little flex show here,
huh? Jay's got me by a fucking mile. What are you gonna weigh when you go in here? This is a heavyweight, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we're actually we're gonna catch weight at 225.
225.
Yeah, I'm about 7-8 pounds off right now. A couple weeks out, I'm good.
What do you walk around at?
I walk around. I mean, I fluctuate a lot, man. I really do. I walk around at 230. I walk around at 240. It depends. I mean, I never. Yeah, I fluctuate a lot. I mean, I train all the time too, man. Not even on. I mean, not even if I have a fight, I'm training. You know, so I'm always consistent. So it fluctuates.
Yeah. So before your fight, you got your premiere coming out. Your movie.
Yeah. That's actually this Saturday? Next Saturday. Excuse me, next Saturday. Yeah.
Any new news on that? You guys sell the place out? You got
Yeah, we're we actually did an extra day because we did sell out on the first day. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that as well because I get to hang out with Matt Hughes and Pat Milicek and Dan Sevens and Jason Reinhart and all them cool guys. Miranda Maverick's gonna be there, So it's pretty cool, man.
Dude, I felt like such an asshole because I had Miranda Maverick on the show and I had all this list of things I wanted to talk to her about, and I completely forgot to bring up After the Cage. I was like, man,
what are you doing, man?
I know.
Come on,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's she's an impressive kid.
Yeah, she's cool. She's a good fighter too, man.
Yeah, to do what she does as a full-time student, going for her PhD, and also train full-time and fight in the biggest promotion in the world right now. Like, good Lord, I don't. Right.
She's impressive, man. I'm excited. I was kind of bummed that her fight got canceled as well.
Yeah, you're gonna try to see if you can get Hughes and those guys down to Biloxi.
Well, yeah, you never know. You never know. It might be trick up my sleeve. You never know.
There you go, brother. Hey, did you see? Being a heavyweight, you're like a heavyweight and a light heavyweight, right? Like you go back and forth.
Yeah, I make 205. I make 215. I mean, I can make pretty much not whatever, but anywhere from 205 up. I mean,
couple of big heavyweights just hit the free agent market right before we came on here.
I've seen that, man. Ain't that something? I mean, them are pretty good names too, man. It's like, wow. Why? I mean, they sell. Why would they get rid of them? But I mean, it is UFC. There's always the next up and coming. So,
Do you ever look at a guy like JDS or Alistair Overeem and imagine yourself throwing down with no gloves on?
It'd be interesting, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking shit, but like I've fought from big men like that before, but not them guys, not that caliber of the fighters, But yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. If I get hit by Josh Burns, I'll tell you what. I can pretty much get hit by anybody. I'll tell you what, that boy got a hell of a fucking punch. Excuse my language. God damn, I'll tell you what, sparring with that boy, I'll tell you, that's a whole nother world.
Yeah, you guys got a pretty solid team up there. Does John Lee Chalbeck come and train with you guys too, or was that like a once in a while thing? Because I saw him
once in a while thing, just once in a while. He's got Scorpion down there. He's got his own camp type deal, but yeah, he man, I'm tell you what, he's gonna be another good one. He's gonna be. He showcased that dude. His boxing skills are sick, man. Man, I was just like, wow.
Well, I said it like the couple days after I did a show that week after the event, and me and Mike were talking about it. And you know how all the fighters do the same thing, like post pictures of their hands, they post pictures of their faces. You know what I mean? Afterwards,
right?
Chalbeck's every one of his these are the only two knuckles on both hands that had any wear on him. I'm like,
right. That's that boxing deal, man.
I'm like that dude is precise. He
is. I mean, he was really impressive, man. I could see that guy going a long ways, you know. I mean, I like to see him and Good John go at it just to get John's name out there, you know.
That would be a great fight, and like I would hope that Good John would come over and actually box him the way he did back in Europe, because whatever Tyler did against Felony was not his typical performance. I don't.
Well, that's you know, I was told that he did come off the COVID, you know.
Yeah.
You know, his training, you know, I mean, that's pretty, I mean, for coming off COVID, getting, you know, and getting cleared and getting in the square circle there, I mean, that's pretty impressive. But he did go out there. He did do his thing, but it wasn't him, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking nothing against Felony either, but Felony, I've always been a fan of Felony, you know. He's just crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
we saw him firsthand down there in Florida. That guy is just a crazy man.
Yes, he's fun. He's fun.
Now, when you're training for Adrian Miles, are you worried about his height and his reach advantage on you, or you? Nah, not worried.
Been there, done it before, boss. I mean, only different is you know, just bare knuckle. Anything can happen. I mean, it is what it is. And don't get me wrong, I'm training for him. I'm not worried about him. I mean, he should be worried about me. That's what I'm saying.
That's a great attitude.
We'll leave it at that. Bring it on.
How active do you plan on being? I mean, say you come out of this one unscathed, and you want to get right back out there. You want to stay active as possible.
I want to be active as possible. I mean, give me another one right away. You know, don't even get out of. I mean, take a week off, get right back into camp. You know, I mean, I love the sport. I love fighting. I mean, it's what I like to do, and I mean, if they could keep me active, that'd be great. I mean,
you look like an absolute monster in your training videos. You're over there with chains and ropes, and I mean, it looks impressive. I can't wait to see you knock somebody out.
Can't wait, man. I really can't, man. I mean, like I said, it's been a long time coming, man. I've been waiting for this for about a year. You know?
Yeah, you gonna come? You gonna bring anybody from Saginaw going down to Biloxi to see you live, or?
Yeah, actually, I got a table. I got a table sold. I got some tickets sold out there. So it's gonna be. I got some hometown coming out there, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's like 1,000 some miles away, so it's pretty impressive, you know. So.
And myself and Mike planned on going, but of course.
What do you mean plan?
Well, the Army ruins all of our goddamn plans, and we have training that weekend.
I got you.
So I will be in Florida for the April one, though. So
I'm gonna come check that one out as well. If I'm not on it, you know, that'd be pretty cool to be on that one too. If I get unscathed, walk away unscathed, you know.
Hell yeah. There's a couple heavyweight fights on that card too, so you should be interested in that one for sure.
Right. I know. All this stuff excites me, man. When I just think about BKFC and these cool ass fights they're putting together, this gets me excited, man, because I want to be part of it. You know, I want to be part of it.
You know what the thing is, like, we're gonna have Nate Shook on tomorrow night, me and Mike on the Mike and Mish show. So we're gonna ask him, but like, is April 16th the date for that April one? Do you even know? Because
it's been everywhere. I mean,
it was April 16th, then it was April 2nd, then it was April 30th. Now it's like
what I hear. That's why I hear April 30th.
Really?
I don't know. I could be wrong though. Like you said, it's all over the place. But I've heard 16. I've heard 30th. So I don't know. I hope it's the 30th. That means you know I could have a chance to get on that one.
Oh well. Yeah. I hear you. Give you a little extra time to recover. I'm going to already be in Florida on the week of the 16th anyway.
Yeah.
So I was hoping it was that week. But you know what? If I got to go back down there on the 30th, so be it.
Right. I mean, why not? It's Florida. Florida's fun. I love Florida.
Might just move down there. I'm tired of the northeastern weather, dude. It was 17 degrees this yesterday morning.
Right.
With like 40-mile-an-hour winds coming off the water at my facility. I wanted to cry.
Oh man, we had a heat wave today. It was 40 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, us too.
We were out there with no shirts or just t-shirts on. It's like, yeah, perfect. It's coming,
dude. I can't wait for the hot weather. Let's do a speed round. Let's do a part two. Jay Fish. All right.
What do you got?
Speed round part 2 with Jay Fish. Here we go. Number 1, max on the bench.
What was it? 4 1/4. Excuse me. 4 1/4. Yep.
Right now?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Throw it up there.
Damn. I don't know.
How about a week ago?
Jesus. You know, there was a time in my life when I was in the 3s, but I don't know if I could do it right now, especially with my bum ass shoulders. Who is your favorite Marvel character?
Oh man, Hawk Smash, brother.
You know, no, don't take offense to this, but I really feel like you have a real Thanos look to you.
Hey, you're not the only one that says that.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, yes, that's so crazy. There was a picture I took back. Was I don't know, a couple years ago, and yeah, everybody colored me green or Thanos color, shit. Yeah, purple, and I'm just like, oh man, here we go. Yeah, it was funny, but yeah.
The Mad Titan, I think his nickname was in the comics. Jay, the Mad Titan Fish. How many calories a day do you intake?
As of right now, I try to, dropping weight right now. I'm under 2,000.
Really? Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's less than a Whopper.
Getting pretty lean, brother. Loving it.
There you go. All right. What is the largest animal that you think you could kill with your bare hands? I don't know if I asked you this one the last time.
No, that's interesting. I like to take on a wolf.
A wolf?
Yeah, wrestle a wolf. Take him out.
Yeah, I've been answering a mountain lion to everybody that I say that to.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is yours? A mountain lion?
Yeah, I feel like, and it all comes down to getting his back. I got to get his back.
That's it. That's that's all you got to do.
Because they come at you with their claws up. If I could parry the claws to the side, get his back, get his neck, that fucker's dead.
Yep, choke him out, guillotine. Rear naked choke.
Rear naked choke.
Yep, got him.
It says, someone in the chat says, ask him how many people he eats for breakfast.
Well, I spar quite a bit, so I eat them up that way. There you go.
There you go. Good answer. All right. Which of the following weapons would you choose? Now, this came from my 9-year-old. Thor's hammer or a Jedi lightsaber?
I'll take the hammer. I'll take the hammer, baby.
This is a Killfoot shirt with the hammer on it right now.
That's pretty cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, this is one of my sponsors.
I'd like to get one of those.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, it's got some shit on it. I mean, those are my sponsors. I can see if I can get you a shirt. See what I can do. See what I can do for the big man. All right, listen to this one. I really thought hard on this one. Standing in a field, unarmed, a wave of rabid raccoons are coming at you. How many do you think you could take out before they take you out?
As many as possible. I don't even know. I'd be running. If I see them coming, I'd be running. I'll be honest with you. I'm gone. Bunch of raccoons. They tear you up, man. I'm good on that one. I'll be running. You see me yell like a little girl. Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. I feel like I'm
picturing that right now. Just a herd of raccoons
just coming at you, no weapon. Like, what if you had a baseball bat? You think you could kill them all?
I'd be swinging for the fences. That's for sure.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
All right, crazy. Next one. Would you rather run 6 miles or swim 1?
Shit. I'd rather run in the cold, in the Michigan weather. I'd rather run. Swimming's pretty tough, man.
I'm with you. I would drown. There's no way.
Honestly, I can swim, but I can't tread water. I don't know. For some reason, I sink. So,
All right. Let's see here. I freaking forgot to write the other ones here. Jesus Christ. What would you do if you were invisible for one day?
We'll plead the fifth on that one.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't know. Shit. What's it, man? Whatever I wanted. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Everything. I would do everything.
Everything. Why not? Why not? That's a crazy question.
Oh my God, I spelt that one wrong too. What is something that you think everyone should try at least once?
Vacation.
Take a vacation.
Good,
enjoy life. You know what I mean? You only got one life. Enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Treat yourself. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Vacation, brother. I mean, for real.
No,
stress-free, just relax.
Are you trying to say you wouldn't recommend bare knuckle fist fighting at least once in your life?
It's not meant for everybody, boss. It's a different story. It's truly a different story. When I was in there with Mike Brissett there, yeah, it's definitely a different story. That was my first one, and tell you what, I mean, every punch counts. You know what I mean? It's a totally different game.
Bonus question: who's the hardest hitter you've ever stepped in there with?
Josh Burns.
Yeah, Josh Burns.
I mean, yeah.
Without a question.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, the dude's a monster, bro, and he's fast and he hits hard.
Is he got a fight? Does he have a fight booked?
Not sure.
Not sure. I haven't heard anything.
I've heard things, but I don't want to say something and not be right. So, but yeah, Josh, I'm tell you what, man, he's an animal. Dude's fast. I mean, fast and strong. That's a bad combination.
Is he going to be down in Biloxi with you in your corner? Yeah.
Yep, he'll be down there. Yeah, the big old hammer.
The hammer of Thor. So, all right, my man. You just take this opportunity to shout out your sponsors. I got your social medias here, so I'll drop them down in the bottom. And go ahead, freestyle off the top.
All right, freestyle. I'd like to give a shout out to Primetime, Josh. I'd like to give a shout out to 911 Restoration of the Tri-Cities, Tommy 3Zs, the Red Horse, Maximum Janitorial Services, Maple Gardens, Flanagan's, Intermission Deli, Phil's Electric, and also I'd like to give a shout out to my team though, man. Josh Burns, Victor Torres, Joey Ramos, Jason Fan, my strength and conditioning coach, Jim Caudell, and Coops Gym, man. That's where I train at, in Victorious MMA as well. I train in both spots. I go down to Detroit, about an hour and a half away, go down there and train with Josh and all them. I do that quite a bit. So
you've been training at Coops for a long time, right?
Oh yeah. That's my main. That's my house.
And who's the who's your head coach over there? The dude that's in the video with you.
Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach. Yeah.
He trains killers. He trains killers for a living.
Yeah, he's a good one. And I also got Joey Ramos as well too. He's a 5-time Golden Gloves champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been teaching me good with hands. Like I said, I go down with Josh and them, catching angles, slipping, sliding, ducking, dodging, bobbing, weaving, all that good stuff.
Awesome, man. Mike Huddle says the gym looks fantastic. It does. It looks like a state-of-the-art place, man. It looks like anything you need, you got.
Yeah. And that's what Rob did, man. He thought about it. There's everything in that gym is. I mean, he takes every gym there is out there and puts it all in one. And,
that's great.
So I mean, it's a beautiful place, man. It really is. all state of the art equipment, everything, top of the line, very clean, you know.
Yeah,
But,
in the videos and in the pictures, man, it looks like the place. It looks like a hybrid. It looks like the hybrid gym of, like you just said. It's like a transformer. Pick a little bit of good from every gym you could think of and make this massive.
right. You know, you got the weight pits, you got the cross training stuff, you got aerobics classes, you got turf rooms. I mean, it's everything. The only thing is missing is like a swimming pool. It's got saunas and tanners, and it's a nice place. You know, I think if I remember correctly, he's only been open for about a good year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking right. So, you know, he put a lot of thought and time into it, man. He came up with a great gym. So I'm blessed to be able to train there, you know. So
It's awesome, dude. Well, I thank you for coming back on here again. I won't see you in Mississippi, but I'll be watching on TV. I know I'm going to like what I see, but I'll run into you down in Florida, down in Miami, whatever the hell. Yeah, whatever the hell day that might be.
Right, 16th, 30th, one of the days, you know. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see each other, man.
All right, man.
For sure.
Thanks a lot for coming on, and best of luck on the 19th.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, and thank everybody that's watching, man.
All right.
All right, brother.
Take it easy.
No.
All right, that is the big man himself, the Beast, Jay Fish. I really like that dude. He's awesome. I ran into him down in Florida when I was down there from Knucklemania. Super cool, down to earth guy. He obviously looks intimidating as hell, but you know what? You could sit down and have a conversation with him and have a good time. He's actually pretty calm. Like, he's pretty calm, quiet dude. Just lays back in the cut and just watches. You know what I mean? Kind of the guy you don't want to mess with, I guess. Oh man, I should have saw this after the fight. You should wear the gauntlet. Sorry, Dave. I missed that earlier. Now I'm having issues with the other two guests. I'm hoping to get them on. What I might have to do is cut this one early and then come back on in a little while when they're ready to come on. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and I have Leonard Garcia calling me on Instagram Live, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off and maybe get on there. All right, so. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.